Okay, so there's gonna be some spoilers, obviously. I mean, when I talk about these shows, it is spoiler full, usually. So, when these fingers disappear, you better disappear as well. If you have not got caught up, get caught up right now. Okay, so a couple things happened in this episode. Um, so Rip Hunter, we get a glimpse of Rip Hunter, where he tried to go out there Vandal Savage before, but he went after him by himself, and that didn't work out so good. And see, I don't remember how he got out of that situation. How did he get out of that? I don't remember exactly how he got out of that. Um, I mean, feel free to tell me in the comment section. That's like one of the very few things that I did not really follow very well. But everything else, I mean, I'm about to break down what I did follow. So, um, Captain Cole wants to go and steal an emerald, which looks like, kryptonite. Like chances are that might be kryptonite because remember, Rip Hunter said that classic line that he said in the trailer, I have seen Men of Steel die and Dark Knights fall. So that's not a bit of a stretch for that to be kryptonite. Like maybe we don't know it's kryptonite yet. At this time, this time, you know what I mean? It's just a theory. It could be kryptonite, even though it is the '70s. That may be years before. Um, that may possibly be a few years before Superman makes it to Krypton or makes it to Earth as a baby. So I don't know. You can tell me your thoughts, whether you think it's kryptonite or not. But he steals it before his dad could, so he was gonna go and change his own history by and he does it in a very poor way too. Not to mention that he meets himself, his younger self, and he talks to him, and then he meets the younger version of his father, and he gives him the emerald that he was going to steal anyway. And he pretty much called him out like, yeah, I know you have your plan is all your mass how you're gonna you know how you're gonna do this plan. Everything's down in the basement. The maps and everything, etc. So I suggest you don't do it. I suggest you keep your hands off your wife and your son, and I would love to I would kill you now, but my sister wouldn't be born, so I'm gonna spare your life just for that reason. Excuse me. And you're thinking to yourself like, holy shit, this is gonna fuck up the timeline. This is gonna fuck up his history. He may disappear and from existence. But the computer's telling him that nothing's changed. He still got caught. He still got sent to prison, and so nothing's changed. If he really, really, really wanted to change time, you would not go anywhere near that house. You wouldn't even, you wouldn't even give the emerald to him. You would just take it right with you and just use it for your own personal gang. But I guess with that being said, this did not fuck up the timeline. I guess he did kind of save his own life in a way, where because he just gave him the emerald that he was gonna keep him from stealing anyway, and I just think that's pretty, pretty sloppy. Yeah, you say that your father was a sloppy thief, but if you wanted to, you could have gotten away with that. I'm just saying. And that's not the only sloppy thing that happened in this episode. So Rip Hunter has another attempt to go in and try to steal, Vandal Savage's finances. Just make him go completely broke. Just make him, devolve him into a broke ass immortal with nothing, no money, no nothing, just his immortality. That was all he would have, with only one help from Sarah. The White Canary.
I mean, Jump on, Vic. Jump on. Jump on. Jump on.
And she suggested, why not get the whole team on there? All hands on deck. Seriously. When they find out what the plan really is, what his most treasured possession, which is Hawkman's corpse, and they need that to to make his followers immortal. Everyone who's chanting his name and worshiping him and shit. He has like a cult down there. Just doing all this chanting mumbo jumbo, and it's not good. I mean, yeah, all hands on deck. I mean, that's all I'm saying. You should have, got the whole team in on this. Where you go in there and then you tell them like, okay, you go here, you wait here, you wait here. If things go wrong, if things go south, then you come storming in right now. I mean, that would have been a better plan. But oh my gosh! And another intense scene for me is when Ray puts on the Atom suit and then he's trying to save Kendra and get all the little fragments from the blade or in her body, and they're working their ways to her heart, and he needs to just destroy those little shards and before they could get to her heart. And so I mean he did that with success. And I mean, I didn't quite read in too much into his conversation with Dr. Stein about how Stein doesn't remember him and how Ray was a student of his and so on. And they've been talking back and forth about that. It seems like Stein is starting to remember a little bit, but I have to rewatch the episode. Or rewatch that particular scene to see try to understand it better. But everything else was pretty good. Even though there were some plans that were very sloppy plans. This team has to make better plans, like in upcoming episodes. I mean, you can learn from your mistakes. Captain Cold, I get it, he's not necessarily a bad guy. He's more of a douchebag than he is a villain. And he doesn't really give a fuck, who else gets hurt in the process of what he was trying to do. Come on, it's Captain Cold. What else is new? But this episode was decent. I enjoyed it. And I guess it deserves a fair 8 out of 1 to 10. And it has my interest. If it wasn't for the Captain Cold part of this, episode, I probably wouldn't be doing this review. But I figured I'd break down everything else that I thought was the highlights of the episode. So feel free to share your thoughts on this episode. If you enjoyed my review, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you click subscribe. And let me know what you think of this episode. Do you think this show is going somewhere, or do you, are you on board with it? Let me know what you think of it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.